Jackson. I'm a graduate from Byte Back from the 2003 class. When I came to Byte Back, I was working for Cable TV Arlington, which has since been bought out by Comcast. And now that I've graduated, I'm still doing some of the same stuff that I did when I was working for Comcast, installing cable, but I'm doing much more computer stuff now, making a lot more money than I was then. I was on the networking program as an intern. I ended up teaching a couple of Windows classes and the hardware classes. I put in 2 completely different 100-hour projects. One was for a Cisco lab at Byte Back, also for a complete church that I redid, St. Philip's Church over in Southeast DC. Rewired the entire church and put in 2 computer labs for them. I mentored the entire 2004 graduating class through their network project, along with I was the intern representative to the board of directors at Byte Back. So I've had a fairly storied career with Byte Back. The teaching there was great. For the amount of time that I spent there, which was close to 3 years, I met a lot of friends, some of which are still friends of mine. I actually met my wife there. We just got married this year. She was a member of the 2004 graduating class. And so my Byte Back has changed my life in a number of different ways.
My name is Larry Brown. The reason I support Byte Back is because they have the possibility of tremendously changing people's lives. We teach lots of people community classes, and that helps them a little bit. It helps them in their lives a little bit. But if you're an intern, you have the possibility of tremendously changing your life. Early on in my career here, about 7 years ago, one of our interns got a job, and he paid him $60,000 a year. And before that, he'd never made more than 30 grand a year in his entire life. And he was so poor, he'd never owned a car. He'd always lived on buses and metro and had no way to get to Ashburn in Loudoun County. So I'd loan him my car for a few weeks so that he could get to and from work until he got his first paycheck. And obviously his life has now changed for the better, and his kids' lives certainly more so.
My name is Sandra Joseph, and I came to Byte Back as a result of constantly going past it on the bus every day and being interested in computers and wanting to teach. So I stopped there one day and asked if I could volunteer, and the rest is history.
What did you teach there?
I taught Excel,
okay,
Network Plus, and A+.
What was the experience like?
I enjoyed it. I liked the teaching. I also, as a result of attending one of the Network Plus class there, I obtained my Network Plus certification. So it's a great experience to help people get skills and gain confidence for the workforce. It's just very rewarding work.
Hi, my name is Paul Zhao. I am a volunteer at Byte Back. I think volunteering is great, and I just wanted to make my contributions. I came to the class to teach as a tutor in Microsoft Excel, and well, Byte Back took care of everything, and they even handed me the material for me to teach. And the students are great, they're eager to learn, and I feel like I've really made a contribution.
Hi, my name is Stafford and I'm very passionate about technology. And every time I see an organization like Byte Back, or other groups doing the best they can and working very hard to bring technology to people who may not be exposed to it. So this makes me happy. I'm happy to be involved in this. And I hope everyone takes a moment or two to think about the good things that have happened in their lives and how they can spread some of that goodness around.
Hello, my name is Catherine Canary, and I came to Byte Back in December of 2006. I was looking for an opportunity to teach and to share my computer knowledge with others. I have taught classes at the Catholic Community Services building, and I've had some wonderful experiences meeting people there and being able to let them into a world of computer that they never thought possible or had never even seen before. one of my favorite students in the first class I was with was from the Caribbean and had really no experience with computers, didn't understand the concept of how to use a mouse, and went over the course of the 6 to 8 week class to knowing how to do basic computer skills, but would still occasionally give us glimpses that she was coming from a very different world. One of our exercises involved making a list and then alphabetizing it, and the list was of pets and household animals, and her list, rather than cats and dogs and rabbits, had goats and chickens and sheep. That clearly that was her experience and what she was familiar with, and yet here she was at probably 65 years old learning how to use a computer with a remarkable skill. So it's really been wonderful to see all sorts of people coming in and learning all that there is and that they can use in the world today.
Hello, my name is Sam Saunders, and I'm a student at Byte Back. I've enjoyed my classes at Byte Back. I went to Byte Back because I've started my own nonprofit, and I needed to have some computer skills. My wife was tired of me asking her to do computer work for her, and I've heard of Byte Back through a cousin, and I enrolled in Byte Back and took the basic 1 week, I think it was a 2 week course or something like that. A couple of weeks I went to Byte Back, and then I took the fast track course. It was, I was really nervous when I first started because I had a little bit of experience with a computer. And then as I say, my wife is so tired of me asking her to do stuff when she comes in the evening, and I'm really become pretty comfortable with the computer. And since I say I have my own nonprofit, I use a lot of the Excel program to do an inventory, which was really necessary for my youth program. I have a youth program, a nonprofit. I teach kids swim, snorkel, and scuba. It's a marine science program, and we really needed. My accountant has been bugging me about an inventory, and other than a piece of paper. And now that I know how to use the Excel program, it was really helpful for me to actually do my inventory. And I plan to take another course at Byte Back, and I just want to really be proficient at the computer.
Do you think you're going to teach there?
I wouldn't, but I do plan to volunteer at Byte Back, and I'm retired from the Postal Service after 38 years, and I really have to be computer literate, and I haven't been, and I just know that this is something I may do part-time, and because this is something I really like doing. And Mrs. Hart was very helpful. She was really nice, and she made me feel at ease. And I do have a learning disability, and it really helped me out, and she kind of make me feel comfortable and ease and doing the program. And the computer has helped me quite a bit since, like I said, a lot of times I do have reading problems, and the computer really, really helps me out quite a bit.
Hi, my name is Roger Boyd. I came to Byte Back as a teacher and volunteer. What I learned from Byte Back was the ability to communicate with my clients and to break down some of the more technical terms and to speak in English so that the customer can understand it better.
And what classes did you teach there?
I taught Access, I taught Introduction to Word, I taught computer server, how to set up a server, so basic, how to set up an Exchange server, how to set up Windows 2000 servers. And so the gambit ranged from beginning classes to the more advanced classes for people.
How did you find the students?
I found the students wonderful. They were willing to stretch themselves. When they started the classes, they were intimidated. And at the end, they were willing to take risks and learn more about computers than they would normally do. And they had less of the fear of her breaking their computer and things like that. And some of the students that I taught have gone on to full employment in the profession as well. So,
This is Julio Morales, and I am a teacher, and I have been a board member at Byte Back for 2 or 3 years now. I've lost count because I enjoy it. I enjoy Byte Back a great deal. I think I came to Byte Back because essentially I was looking to fill up some time that I felt I had to give to the community. And I find that in Byte Back, there are people eager to learn. I first started teaching a hardware class, and there was an accountant from the islands, and he had a marvelous accent. He was delighted. I always call myself Cecil because Cecilio is a little difficult for many of them. And he said, "Oh, Cecil, a good English name," you know. And he was delighted. And he went on and he was telling me, "Well, yes, I have these computers. I need to be able to replace the hard drive. I need to be able to do this." We unpacked the whole thing and then we packed it back in. And he brought in his computer, and he was able to do these things with supervision. "Oh, I can do this by myself." He was delighted. And you know, other people wanted to overclock their PCs. I told them, "Hey, be careful about that. Don't want to do too much because you might harm the computer." But the course that I really enjoy and that I've been doing most is the basic computing, where you have people. Some of them come in with some learning deficits. Many of them don't have a good experience of school. So I try to make it as unschool-like as possible. I have my repertoire of little jokes that I throw in about, you know, why you save a file and or why you do this or why you do that, and the little always trying to say yes, no. If you touch the tab key, it won't explode, and that sort of thing. And the moment that I have found that is delightful about that is when they learn. I teach them, essentially, many of them have not touched a computer, and they are touching a computer for the first time. And so we go through opening a window, and they get to the internet. They've heard of the internet. They've heard about email. I want to say 75-year-old woman who came to one of the classes. She wanted to email her grandchildren. And you should have seen her face the day that we did the email. I teach them to sign up for a free email account and then send each other email. I got an email. Fantastic experience. There isn't enough money in the world to pay me for seeing that face light up and say, "I'm connected."
Yes.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth L Funston, and I attended Byte Back for an introductory class with my professor here, and it helped me to not be afraid of computers, even though my significant other is an IT guy. It helped a lot to be told that I could do no harm, and Byte Back helped me a lot to just integrate my artistic skills and my other education, just to get over a lot of burdens. And so I'll let you speak. He's a great teacher.
One of the things that I tried to tell her class was they were very afraid, and when I told them about the story about when I was 10 and I went to my father's office and I started playing with the typewriters, and somebody in the office said, no, don't touch the tab key, the typewriter will explode. And when I was explaining the keyboard to them, I said, "There's a tab key," and I told them the story. And he says, "Well, the truth is the computer will not explode if you touch the tab key. It will not explode if you touch anything. It will work. You will not. You have no chance of blowing up the computer."
And that was the first 10 minutes of the class. The rest of the class was education.
And my name is Felicia Hawkins. I came to Byte Back about 3.5 months ago. I was looking to sharpen my skills. I was unemployed at the time. So I did the scholarship program, which was work for study, and they did hire me. It just has been a very I feel lucky that I'm able and affiliated with Byte Back. I'm very lucky that I happen to walk in that doorway. And I hope...
What kind of work do you do there?
Well, I'm doing administrative work right now, administrative assistant work. And I'm just hoping to continue training. I just finished a fast track program and got my certificate of completion. And I'm just hoping just to keep on taking that ride with them, with Byte Back. It's a wonderful, just a wonderful type of program, and it's just so deserving for everyone that really needs help, and it's a nice place to work too. Mm-hmm. I went to the library, and Martin Luther King Jr. Library, and Dr. Flint was teaching a class there, and matter of fact, I had did the PowerPoint class with her, and she was telling me about Byte Back, and so I finally shuffled in there, and you know what? It's no regrets. It's just I've had a fun time there. And
hi, I'm Gerald Guy. It's great to be here at Byte Back's 10th anniversary. I've had a history with Byte Back for more than 8 years, almost close to its inception. And I've done several things with Byte Back, include teaching volunteer classes from Word, Excel, some Windows classes. It's been a wonderful experience, actually. I've done a little bit of other things with Byte Back, like try to help them to set up some networks and things like that. I'm currently a member of the board. I think they thought that my experience was valuable enough where I could probably bring something more to the organization, and so far it's a wonderful experience, and I hope to see Byte Back flourish and be here for the next 20 or 30 years. That's my story.
Hi, I'm Adrian Dale, and I came to Byte Back in around the year 2000, 99 or 2000. And I came as a volunteer. I was so thrilled to see a computer school in my neighborhood, actually. I was just getting started in computers, and I wanted some way to translate what I had learned into something for someone else to enjoy as much as I did. And so Byte Back just took me right in, and I started teaching right away with them, and that helped me as much as it helped the students. Later on, I've been in and out of Byte Back, and then several years later, I decided I wanted to, actually some women requested a class in PC computer hardware. And it was called Hardware Women. And I loved the name, so I decided, well, I can do that. I'll teach that. And it was a great course. In fact, it was so great that the guys wanted to come in. And so we allowed guys to come in. But we couldn't call it Hardware Women anymore, so we just called it PC Hardware. But what was exciting for me was to watch people come into the class with no computer skills, some who were even a little intimidated by computers, and then walk out with completely refurbished computers that they did themselves. So that was just such a thrill to see that, and I hope to go back and resume something similar to that in the future.
My name is Martha Elchin. I joined the board of Byte Back because they provide a service that I passionately care about. I feel that information technology opens doors for self-advancement, and also when people acquire a skill such as this, it brings wealth to our entire community.
My name is Diane Williams, and I'm here at the 10th anniversary of Byte Back. And this is an organization that I love, and I hope I can come for the 25th and maybe the 30th.
Veronica Williams, and I'm a passionate supporter of Byte Back. I've just recently learned about it, but I have been in the information technology industry for over 25 years. I'm passionate about it. I'm also a product of the community. I grew up in the community that Byte Back is located in, and I feel strongly about the need to give back and to help others who haven't had the opportunities to grow and learn technology and to learn how to use it to not only improve their work life, but also improve their personal life and contribute to the community. So that's my passion for Byte Back, and that's why I'm here.
Hi, I'm Barbara Flint.
I came to Byte Back 5 years ago because despite my extensive experience working with databases and computers and teaching research, I could not teach research on the web. People I had been working with said, oh, you need to show us how to do advanced research on the internet. And I said, why am I searching the internet? I haven't lost anything. The reason was, didn't have a clue how to use the mouse, how to use Windows. Because when I started using computers, we actually used punch cards. I happened to be in the vicinity, saw the Byte Back sign about crossing the digital divide, came in. I talked to the young lady at the desk and she said, I think you need to take Fast Track. It's a 6 to 8 week class. She gave me the details and said you will learn how to use the internet, send emails, use Windows, use the mouse. Now the mouse was the thing that had kept me from moving into the 21st century. If I touched that mouse, I broke out into profuse perspiration. Nonetheless, I went to the Fast Track program, which was offered by Byte Back, and it was being taught by Devaney Hart and Jonathan Chu. They were both very good, both very encouraging. I got past my fright of the mouse, and when it was time to do the final exam, I did very well, and it was suggested that I should come to the intern program with the rest of my class. Because I knew everybody, I had been with them for 10 weeks, I came. I had no idea what the intern program was. I could now use the internet and all of that, but I didn't know anything about web design and networking. So if they took me into the intern program and I boldly said, oh, I will double major. Again, without any knowledge of what all of this entailed. However, the program was very strong. I learned a lot about computers, how to take a computer apart, how to put it together again. I know about web addresses and pings and dings, but I don't really use that much. I took my first web design class, which was HTML, December the 9th, which was about 4.5 months after I had entered the Byte Back Fast Track program. After one class, I knew I had found a new career. More important, I had found something that I could integrate with all my other careers. I have a PhD in history. I work on archives, documentation, all of that. I saw all kind of possibility of putting the stuff I already had online. I became obsessed with web design. People would run from me because they knew I was going to pull out that disc and say, look at what I've accomplished. All of that's about me, but really it's not. It's about Byte Back and the opportunity that it gave me. Even though I had lots of skills, I had taught university, I had done this, that, and the other. If I had not come to Byte Back, I would not be doing many of the independent projects that I'm doing today. The fact that I have a lot of those other skills, but also to do web design, I do access, I'm an access editor on a federal project and all of that, and every day I said this would not happen had I not walked into that Byte Back door. I volunteer here at Byte Back, and I volunteer at 2 other places in the city, and in each of those places I hand out the Byte Back literature. So I've been accused of being the Pied Piper. They take one class from me, they follow me to Byte Back, and then they follow me to Independent Education Enterprises, which is my independent business. Byte Back is something that needs to be done, needs to be better marketed, because it fills a need that I have not found comparable anywhere else. I would keep talking because I'm known for talking, but I will sign off by saying what I said on the podium. I appreciate Byte Back recognizing me as a volunteer, but I would volunteer with no recognition. As all the volunteers, we work without pay because this is something that we believe in and needs to be done.